Quite unusual, I must say that for the first time since my advent of politics in Aniocha North, we've never seen this number. We have, in my last count, I think we have about 9 aspirants. But again, to thinking about it from the positive aspect of it, it demonstrates democracy. It shows that people have started knowing their rights to aspire to be voted for or to vote. That's the beauty of democracy. The more, the merrier. So it's been nice. It's a strange but good experience, you know, that we have such number of persons, and it also gives the delegates the ample time or opportunity to look around and make a very good choice. If there are only 2, maybe their choice may be narrowed. Now that there are many, they will be painstaking in their decisions to choose who among us that is best to represent the good people of Aniocha North. So I see it as a positive development. I don't see any negativity in it at all. To me, it's good. Like I said, that is why I started by saying that it's a positive development. The aspirant, first of all, that have always been my slogan, my philosophy, that we were brothers before we became politicians. So we shouldn't throw away brotherhood just because of politics that is just seasonal. And so it's been demonstrated in the field. We have cordial relationship amongst us. We exchange banters whenever we see. We call ourselves. We remind ourselves that our sole aim is to bring out ourselves to serve humanity, to serve the good people of Aniocha North, and it is only one person that will go. And so because we know it's one person, it could be another person, then we need to have a very positive mind and be our brother's keeper. So we've been relating so very well. I, for one, I have a very cordial, friendly and smooth relationship with all the aspirants. That whenever I see them, we exchange banters, we can eat together and we can drink together. And to me, that is the beauty. It's devoid of acrimony, it's devoid of beef, it's devoid of bitterness. So we know that it's a contest. We have told ourselves that it's not a war, it is just a contest. And in every contest, there's a winner. And so we are poised to that come May 7, we'll all go to the field, make sure things are done the normal and the right way. Well, let me be very emphatic and thank you for bringing up this question. And that is where my interest lies actually. What is transparency? There is a communique issue. I am part of that communique. You know, I'm a signatory to that communique where we said a level playing ground should be given to all aspirants. And that we want a free, fair, and transparent primaries. Now you begin to ask yourself, what is transparency? Something you do that doesn't put any other person in a disadvantaged position. To me, that is transparency. You do it so that everybody will be on equal footing. And so we have signed it, and I've looked at the signatories of the people that signed this, and I look at them as people with impeccable characters, people that have high degree of integrity. And it's only natural, I expect that they're going to live to their words. I've been hearing some things I don't want to. I've also been involved in past elections where, even though they say it's transparent, and some elections were induced, some delegates were induced. And I hope it's not going to be, they're not going to think about it this time, because it's not going to work. It is not going to work. We are going to demonstrate transparency, both in the literal meaning and in the practical terms of it. I don't expect, and I'm saying this to all fellow aspirants, I'm sure I'm speaking their minds. Most of them, if not all of them, are speaking their mind that we're going to conduct this primary in a way that everybody will feel happy with the outcome. All the delegates have been assessed by all the aspirants. We've visited them, we've campaigned to them, we've spoken to them, we've lobbied them. There's no delegate, I doubt if there's any delegate that have not been visited by any of the aspirants. And so if you have done that on the day of the primaries, now the burden will be given back to them to demonstrate through voting, void of inducement, void of intimidation, void of any form of teleguiding. We should give back to them to exhibit or to make that choice that they have painstakingly taken. They will make it void of all these conditions that I've seen. I've had some stories of people saying they're going to mark something at the back. They're going to tell the delegates to, when you finish, mark something, snap, and and show me. Maybe because in commensurate what they feel that they have given to the delegate. We don't care what you give to the delegate. But the cardinal thing is that if you believe in me, I don't need to teleguide you. In all the elections that I've passed, I've had people that I was privileged to nominate for positions that finally made them a delegate. I don't need to tell them who to vote for. I don't do that. The best I can do, if you feel that I'm your leader, maybe with my body language, you may know where I belong to. And if for any reason that I said, this is who I feel we should go for, it stops there. I wouldn't begin to follow you to the field and begin to teleguide you and give you conditions and set trap for you. It even pours dent on my integrity, which means the loyalty of that particular person towards me is in doubt. And that puts credibility, dent or stunt on my person. They should allow the delegates to take their final decision, void of any intimidation. Do whatever you want to do within the guideline of PDP, where we can campaign to delegates. Do all you need to do. If you want to give them all the billions you feel you want to give them, if you want to speak all the English you need to do to convince them, do that. On the day of the primary, the baton will change. It is now their own time to take their decision, and we should allow them to take decision. We're going to insist that the process, even in the vicinity, the arena have to be done in a way that the privacy of that delegate should be respected. His or her privacy should be respected. It's not option A4. So if it's an open secret, which means that person's decision should be done when she or he is alone without any form of victimization. And I hope and pray that the signatory to those communiques will see this to be and make it to be possible. We will live to it. We will make sure that that happens in our local government. Nobody owns that local government more than any other person. It belongs to all of us. We are all stakeholders. And it is our responsibility to make sure that things are done normally. And my hands are already on the deck, and I can assure you there's no going back. We must get it right this time. ...2023 is a significant year. 2023 is bringing up a lot of changes, positive changes for that matter. God's willing, I will be the next House of Assembly member of Delta of Aniocha North. It's going to bring unity. I'm a bridge builder. We're going to make PDP in Aniocha North the envy of all other local governments. That I can assure you. The good thing that goes for me with all sense of modesty is that I can relate to the high and I can relate to the low. So there is no level of persons that I cannot approach. 2023 is going to bring a lot of development also, because there is no development that can strive where there is disunity. So we are going to do that. It's going to bring a lot of changes in Aniocha North, that I can assure you. There's going to be a synergy. We're going to work together. I can assure you 2023 is going to be a good year. It's going to be there's going to be a paradigm shift, from better to best. I can't say, yes, we are not where we used to be, and we are going to where we want to be. The ones that have been doing well, but we can do better. First of all, in the context of Nigeria, I find it very reluctant to accept that I'm a politician in the context of Nigeria, especially you reporter. Now you just made me to be convinced more in that my philosophy or posture. I don't want to be addressed as a politician. I am not a desperate person. I don't need power by all means. I'm not aspiring because of fame or wealth. I may not be too rich, but I'm okay. I'm a contented person. Then secondly, when you talk about how will they believe me, you'll also judge from somebody's antecedents. Antecedents has an impact in people's life. Who is JUDE Baadi? Who was JUDE Baadi before he began to aspire for this position? Those things count. I'm not a fake person. I don't say what I cannot do. I rather not say and do than to say and not do. It's not in my principle. You know, the records are there also with all sense of modesty, you know. And when I was doing them, like I said, I've told one reporter that asked me, maybe 8 months ago, I was not considering ever contesting for election. I've told everybody that cares to listen that I am not interested. I have a business that I need to concentrate on. The advice and pressure and people trying to say, come on, we need somebody like you to me, it's a sacrifice. I see my ambition and my aspiration as a sacrifice. It's costing me. And so whatever I am telling you today, I am not going to change. I've been doing it in my private life. I've been doing it with my personal resources. If I can spend millions of naira to affect lives without sense of modesty again. So what will stop me when I enter government? I know that I can also use my influence to do more. So what will make me to begin to renege on what I have been doing before? It doesn't make any sense. Rather, I should be able to, increase in the capacity of what I used to do before. Now that I'm occupying a position and I could have access to persons that can help me to foster my dreams and my aspiration for the people. So I'm not that kind of politician. If that is the definition of politics or politician, my friend, I think I am not one. My name is JUDE Baadi, a man that stands by his word, a man that doesn't forget where he started from, a man that is focused, a man that is people's friendly, a man that is sensitive to the feelings of the people, a man that cannot say no if it is in my power to say yes. It is not in my nature. I have never done it before and I cannot do it any time in my life. That is me, so it's not going to happen.